9 because I know I am late. I had to help my husband with his hair. So I'm super late. I was supposed to come closer to midnight. I know it's ended around 11 Eastern time. And I know some people watch it late because I'm still getting retweets like hours later. I was like, you know what? I'm going to see who's online so we can talk about this finale if you watch the show. And of course, if you are asleep and you're catching this later, we can still talk about it. Just drop the comment in the comment section. And if you're not watching the show, you can talk about other things. That's cool too. But let's get into this finale. I wanted to do a live session instead of a dedicated upload because I just have not been able to get these up and edited fast enough for you guys. And I didn't want to, let me go to normal. Hey, yay. Hi, Twitter sister. Yay. Girl, I thought you were going to be asleep. I didn't even see that you had messaged me. It's nice to see that you came over. I didn't even see that you messaged me until like literally about 10 minutes ago because I was doing my husband's hair. So my husband has locks and we are going to a birthday party tomorrow night. So I had to retwist his hair. So I was literally like supposed to start much earlier and I was running late. So I started doing his hair during like the second hour of the finale. I was like, well, I'm gonna just have to come on after. But let's talk about it. Okay, let me just start by saying I felt like it ended not like how I expected it, and I felt like the end of the season was kind of, I don't want to say weak. Oh yay! That's what's up. But like he's under the dryer, so I kept saying once he goes under the dryer, I'm gonna come, and that way I'll have about almost an hour because we put him under the hooded dryer, so he has like 45 minutes to an hour. So he went under like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, okay, let me go get my camera. I was pissed. Like I felt like the ending of this season was like the worst out of the 3 seasons that I've been watching this show. They could have did better. And I felt like some of these characters, they literally stretched out their life, their time on the show this season over a series of like the last 3 or 4 months that we've been watching this season 3. Like season 3 has been super long. It's been the longest season. I know they kind of did some sort of blend of Love After Lockup and Life After Lockup together. But it just seemed long and drawn out, you know. And in some cases, it made sense. Like with Christiana, obviously, she went back to jail, so they had to stretch her storyline out. But like Michael and Sarah, that was stretched out. That was just stretched out. Chevelle and Quaylen, I felt like that was stretched out. Like we literally watched 3 episodes of them at the fair. Like they was just trying to stretch that out. And it ended up ending the way it did. And it was just kind of like, okay. And then the whole Sarah and Michael thing, I felt like I didn't even believe Michael when he was proposing to her tonight. Like, we waited all season. They kept teasing us with him, like, him and her flirting, him and her on the couch. We already knew it was coming because they kept teasing it. But it was just so, like, expected. The way that it ended with what they wrote on the screen is how it ended. I'm like, okay, that's typical Michael. Like I expected it. And I just feel like Sarah really wasted a good opportunity for her to move on, but she wasn't ready. And we all knew this. We knew she wasn't ready because I don't know, when you're trying to get a divorce and you're serious about moving on and you're not trying to fix something, you wouldn't be sitting in counseling trying to fix anything. And then Chevelle and Quaylen, it was very predictable. I felt like when he basically told her that he didn't want to be engaged anymore because of whatever he saw on the phone, I felt like he just used that as a way out because he didn't want to be engaged in the first place. Maybe he was second guessing himself. And Chevelle, I just think she was caught up in the idea of having somebody and being married to somebody, not necessarily seeing it for what it was. And D-Mark, I think that he was like a play cousin because his energy with her was very much so like protective ex-boyfriend vibes. I don't know. I mean, he could be her cousin, but the way that he was like instigating, ready to fight Quaylin, I don't know. He got to be the play cousin. Brittany and Marcelino, theirs was kind of drawn out too, but I do like that they kind of explored Brittany's mom trying to get help. I was happy that she decided to go to rehab, but I was disappointed to see that she did not succeed in that. And I hate to say that I could see that coming. Like, Brittany was forcing it, and her mom had to want to do it for herself. And I just hope that, my whole hope the whole season was that she didn't push her husband away because she was trying so hard to get her mom to be clean, to get her mom to want to, do the right thing. Like, you can't make a person that's addicted do something that they don't want to do, Like, you really can't. They have to be ready on their own. And then that's her mom. Like, she's not the mama. That's her mother. So it's like you can't make somebody do it just because you ready. Like, you want them to have the best and you love them, but at the end of the day, if she still battling that addiction, she's still feeding for them pills and the alcohol, she not gonna go back. And then Michael and these women, the interesting thing about Michael is that each woman that he pops up with is a woman that Sarah knows about. Because I remember back in, I think it was Love After Lockup, or it might have been Life After Lockup season 2, when he was still dealing with Maria and Megan. They were both still on that season. I remember that Sarah had Michael's phone records, and she brought up the name Sasha, Maria, and some other people. And so the girl that they had showed Michael like kissing on and stuff, her name was Sasha. So it made me wonder if Sasha was the girl from Michigan. Basically, Michael just has a girl in every area. Like, Megan is in a different state, which I'm pretty sure Megan doesn't deal with him at all anymore. But there was Megan, there was Sasha, there was Maria from Miami. Like, he got a girl in every state, basically. And I feel like probably they all was like sending him money and stuff, but it really surprised me that he went back to Maria at the end of the season. Like, I didn't expect that. I knew that they were not going to work out because he's heavy on the I want to be in an open marriage, and Sarah clearly wants to be like this cookie cutter happy family. Like, that's what she's been saying the whole time. But at the same time, what tripped me out is that when Michael proposed to Sarah, Sarah did not say yes. It was like she had that look on her face like, I wanted this for all this time, and he's finally giving it to me, and now I don't want it. And it's like too late. And then he turns around and goes back to Maria. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, but after everything that he put her through, I wouldn't even give you the opportunity to stay in my home or, like, propose to me. You wouldn't even be getting next to me. Like, I wouldn't even be in a situationship with you right now, because it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, it's shame on me. And you've had 2 babies with this man. Y'all married. He didn't have 5 or 6 girlfriends. And it took all of this stuff happening for him to finally tell y'all that y'all are in an open marriage. Like, he just has no respect for you. And it's like, even that proposal, it was just not, it was just not impressive. Like, that was the worst proposal ever. I thought Quaylin's proposal was bad, but the proposal that Michael gave was a whack proposal. It was just like no effort whatsoever. And no respect. Like, it's absolutely no respect. And like I said, like I've been tweeting a lot. Like sometimes I miss the episodes during the premiere, but I would still tweet a couple things when I would watch it like later. And I remember like one of the episodes, hold on a second. That started playing really loud. Sorry. One of the episodes, Michael was like on a date with somebody and Sarah was calling him. And I think it was like right before they went to court. So this was at the beginning of the season. And he was just like not answering her at all. And I just look back to when she was on a date with with Malcolm, and how she like literally answers the phone and ruins her whole date for Michael. And I'm just like, I don't really think Sarah has it in her right now to even attempt to try to pretend like she has those hoish ways. I really feel like that's not who she is. And she's only trying to do it because of her influences. Like Emmy, her friend Emma, her best friend. She's like trying to get her under somebody else because she hates Michael so much. And also just trying to get back at Michael. But it's not really in her to be like that. Like, she really wants to be a wife and have this happy relationship and everything like that. So it's just, she's not good at it. And then what tripped me out is the way that she treated Malcolm during the dinner. Malcolm took your kids, was open to a healthy co-parenting situation, and you talked to him as if he did you wrong and expected that was going to go well. You're like, that's none of your business. Excuse me? At the beginning of the season, y'all were definitely in a whole ass relationship. So how do we go from being in a whole relationship to it's not your business if I have had sex with him or not? Like, I know you're married still, but you basically made it seem like you were getting a divorce and that everything was done, but it really wasn't. So, of course, he's going to ask you if y'all did anything. Like, why would you even let him move in? Like, no. And I wasn't surprised that he wasn't going for it. I just was not surprised at all because I don't know if he was just on there for TV too or what, but he just didn't seem like the goofy type, like, in my opinion. I'm finna drop this on Twitter. I don't know who's still up, but I am live right now. Finally. Talking about the show. Come say hi. I just feel like it's crazy. And then, let's see. Let's go into Andrea and Lamar. I feel like Andrea and Lamar are doing well in their relationship, and they don't really have drama. So they had to come up with some petty drama to keep them relevant on the show. And they still were not really on the show a lot, if you really think about it, because their drama wasn't really that deep. Like, her bougie friends from Utah, I do feel like she should have left them in Utah, but it was kind of stretched out. We spent a lot of the season like dealing with the Shantae and Lamar situation. I hope that Lamar starts to do more with Shantae, whether Andrea is involved or not, because I think he has a lot of making up to do, regardless of what Andrea thinks. And I do think that Andrea needs to come around more to his family, because he's proven that he's not going anywhere. You know, he's accepted her kids. He's been there for them. He married her. He was like the only one, other than like Marcelino and Brittany, that was like an OG love after lockup, life after lockup person that you still see on the show. So it's clear that they're solid in their marriage. It's just like the petty, the dramatics with Andrea. I felt like that whole fight for her birthday was unnecessary. And honestly, she needs to make new friends if she has to pretend to be something that she's not to impress them girls, because they're judgmental. They're like, you're not wearing your undergarments. And Andrea, I feel like she loves God and she wants to be a servant of the Lord or whatever. But I don't think that she truly wants to do all them other things. And to the point that they touched on really briefly, I don't feel like where she is in her life now, especially after being like a reality TV star, is not the person that she may have been when she was living in Utah before her husband came home. So it's okay to outgrow certain things. Like, I feel like she's outgrown that stage. Not necessarily outgrown her love for God, but just outgrown those people. Like, they're closed-minded, they're judgmental. They say things like you're gonna catch syphilis by going to California. Like, I don't feel like she needs to be around them type of people. But at the same time, Andrea acts just like those women when it comes to how she judges Lamar or judges Lamar's family, and the way she used to make comments and things like that before she got acclimated to California and living with her family there. So, hey Fatima, how you doing? Girl, we talking about life after lockup and whatever else. But I don't know, y'all. And then let's talk about this Amber and Puppy, because I didn't talk about that much. But let me just say this. I feel like it makes sense for Amber to do what's best for her. I'm not the type of person that's going to be like, Amber should stay with Puppy forever and she should never leave because that's her friend. I just went live like 15 minutes ago. I'm super late tonight because I was retwisting my husband's locks. So he's under the dryer finally. So I was like, let me come on here because I said I was going to go live and I don't want to be a liar. So here I am. So I watched the show Life After Lockup. So we talking about that, but we talking about whatever else. Whoever pops in, we can talk about what we were talking about on Wednesday. But I was talking about Puppy and Amber because basically they didn't end up working out. She chose to go back to her ex, Sammy. And Sammy looked like he was strung out, like on drugs. So it's like, why would you leave Puppy, who family was there for you, provided you a place to stay while you got on your feet, you got your job, you got your car, you got your ducks in a row, all while you at Puppy's mom's house. And then you wait for your ex that sounds like he was a whole bunch of trouble, addiction, selling drugs, doing illegal stuff. He gets out of jail and you pretty much get rid of Puppy and go get with him. After you've got your own apartment, you got your stuff together, and what does he have? I'm like, aside from a foot fetish, what does he have to offer you? And it's like, Puppy is just kind of left there with her sick mom, and I'm like, this is so sad. But at the same time, Puppy should have also been on her stuff too. Like, if once she seen that Amber wasn't really on what she was on, she should have started focusing on herself. Like, okay, this is not, we obviously don't want the same things. Did Sarah accept the ring? They didn't tell us if Sarah accepted the ring. Sarah basically said she wanted to talk to Michael. And then at the very end of the episode where they do the words on the screen, because it was the finale, Michael is back with Maria in Miami. And Sarah's still in New York with the girls. So he did propose to her. That actually did happen, but he went back to his ex-girlfriend after he talked bad about her all season and told his mom that he wasn't going to deal with Maria anymore. I'm like, what? But so when he was in the car after he proposed to Sarah, he had met up with Sarah at the ice cream place and he was with the girls. He had a ring. He proposed to Sarah. And then it showed her like looking all happy and I don't know, we'll just take it a day at a time. That's how she said it. And then the next clip was him getting a call from Maria. And Maria's like, why haven't I heard from you? And then at the end of that was all we heard from them after that happened. And so then at the end of the episode, he's back home with Maria, kissing her. And I'm like, we ain't seen Maria the whole season. Speaking of people we haven't seen the whole season, Destiny gets married to a guy named Jason. We haven't seen Jason, heard about Jason the whole season. Now, Destiny kept implying that she was talking to someone else, but she never said his name. You know how Amber said she's talking to Sammy, and she at least introduced us to him about 3 or 4 episodes ago? We never knew who Destiny's boyfriend was. She was like high-key hiding that stuff. And then Destiny is back in jail at the end of the season. So it's like she really had her karma handed to her. But she's still trying to use Sean as a trick. Sean done decided he gonna get him another inmate. So he'll probably be on life after lockup on the next season that comes out in June, because he's talking to some girl now that's gonna be out within the next month. So while we wait in and we watching Mama June or whatever else is gonna be on TV, we'll probably end up seeing what Sean has going on. I don't know. I just feel like it's crazy. Hold on. Yes, he is. Yeah, I would not be with Michael. I'm sorry. Like, I've been in a situation with the whole being in love with your baby daddy thing. It's only so much a person can take. And for me, it was the one kid, okay? I'm not judging nobody who have multiple kids with a man that don't work out. Everybody's different. But for me, I was one and done. You're not going to trap me. I'm not going to keep having all these kids to prove a point. Clearly, he'll still sleep with you, but that proves nothing, because he will sleep with anybody. He would sleep with anybody. People on Twitter were saying this tonight. It's like his type is literally if you have a vagina. Like, when you look at Sarah, Megan, Maria, and then it kind of goes downhill from there. And them other girls, Sasha, they gave Sasha a name. And it was a girl, I think her name was Haley, that he went out to dinner with and disappeared with and ended up missing his court date for the divorce and stuff. All those women look different. It's not a quality that I'm seeing in any of those women, aside from probably insecurity, that those women have in common. Like, I think he preys on pretty insecure women. Like, it's not like, oh, I like Latina girls. Oh, I like white girls. Oh, I like black girls. Like, no. He likes any girl that will feed into his lies and his manipulation, that's around for a good time until they start wanting him to commit. Then he goes on to the next. And I think that maybe he has something physically that is attracting them, but I don't see nothing but a forehead and a bunch of deception. Like, he's not cute. Malcolm was more attractive to me. And then for Sarah to get on national TV and tell everybody that Michael was better than Malcolm, like, she got it bad. That's all I can say. I mean, I can't say that Malcolm wasn't good or was good, because we don't know that. Like, we didn't get to see them be intimate. All we got to see them do is play house a little bit until Michael came and messed it up. But it just, you make all the women with kids look bad. Like, you know, you are the stereotype of why men don't want to date women with kids, because they think that we gonna go and be a Sarah, and you gonna be the nice guy trying to do the right thing, and you gonna be still stuck on baby daddy. And I just want to put it out there that that's not how every woman is. But there are a lot of women like that. You know, there are a lot of baby daddies and baby mamas that have that sort of dynamic where it's an open relationship and they get together and they break up. They get together, they break up. Like, that's definitely Michael and Sarah. But at the same time, it's like we spent 3 seasons making Sarah look like she was the one trying to push for it. And Michael wasn't really interested in anything but co-parenting. And this season made me realize that he be playing mind games. One minute he wants to be a family. One minute he wants to be a hoe. And he can't make his mind up. And if anything, he does stuff out of convenience. So probably him and Maria got into it real bad, and he decided he needed some space from her. So he did all this filming with Sarah. And then once that was all done, he took his butt back to Miami, because Miami is fun. It's a fun place to be. You don't got to be with the kids. You can kind of live your best life until Maria does something else. So we'll see. I don't know. I just feel like the episode was all over the place. And I was disappointed at how it ended, honestly. So if you missed the finale, don't feel like you missed anything. Like, it's some loose ends that get tied. You know, Lacey, actually, that Lacey surprised me because she actually chose Shane. There wasn't nothing suspicious going on. They did a good job making us think that it would be. But Lacey and Shane, they had the baby, and it seems very much so that they're not going to be doing anything crazy. And then John moved on with his life as well, although he had a rough time. Like, he really loved that girl. He had it bad. I miss the love of my life, but at the same time, I'm trying to work on myself. But I just miss the old him. I don't know what to do. Part of me wants to call him, but I don't be knowing from for 12 years and being dating him for a year. We each other first love and first real relationship. Wait, so you've been dating the love of your life for a year, but you've known him for 12 years. I want to make sure I understand what you're saying so I'm not getting it wrong. You've known him for... Wait, you've been dating for 12 years? What? I don't want these filters. Make it go away. Okay, it went away. Okay. So what's the problem then? That doesn't sound like a problem to me. I would say just keep going with the flow and learning each other. Like, it takes time to really know somebody. I mean, if it makes you feel better, I've been married for like over 2 years, and I feel like I'm still learning my husband. Like, we dated for a year, and we got engaged, and then the next year we got married, and then we've been married for 2 years. So I've been with him over 4 years, but under 5 years. And you have to keep learning each other. And knowing somebody as a friend is different than knowing them as a lover. Living with somebody, that's different too. Like, if y'all didn't live together all them 12 years, then you still may not know him. I've been dating for a year. Been knowing him since 2010 until now. Why are y'all not together right now? Did something happen? Best friends since the 7th grade. Got a relationship when we were 23 years old. So did y'all get into an argument or something? Like, what caused y'all to not be together? That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm not understanding why y'all aren't together. I don't know. Oh, he just got a lot going on. Yeah, sometimes you do have to kind of separate when it gets like that because it can become too much and it can end up killing the relationship. Thank you. I'm just now seeing this.
Does it feel dry?
You haven't even been under there for 45 minutes.
Just touch it and see if it feels dry.
You see Daz right here with his head trying to get me to see if it's dry. I've only been on live for 29 minutes. So I know he haven't been under there for 30. Turn around. Or not 30, 45. No. Maybe try to aim the back of your head. And the top is still like not all the way dry either. Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. I keep yawning. That's why I'm late, because I was retwisting his hair. So he just came from under the dryer to ask me to feel his head. I'm like, no, it has not been 45 minutes. I really miss him because at the end, he's my best friend first, and we did everything together. Well, can you still be his friend now, or do y'all not talk anymore? Like, does it make you feel sad to talk to him? Oh, so whose idea was it for y'all to not like be together while he's working through it? Was that his idea or your idea? I'm like back at square one with him, and I don't like that. So do you feel like it's gotten awkward between the two of you when you talk to him? Like you feel like it's not the same anymore and you kind of miss the way it used to be? And do you think it's somebody else, or do you really think it's whatever he had going on? Because one thing about me, I never understood. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's like after 2 in the morning Eastern time, so I am sleepy. So, but I'm here. Do you feel like why is it that guys sometimes will break up when they're going through something, or say that they're going through something and break up instead of just trying to still be together and work through whatever that thing is? Like for me, I feel like it's awkward when somebody like doesn't want to be with you because they're going through something. Like I understand that you may not be your full capacity and like dating, and even like the physical stuff may not be a priority if you're going through some sort of life challenge. But if you love somebody, whether it's good times or bad times, you have to kind of stick through that together if you're serious and if you're gonna last. So if you are, I don't know, like how are you gonna sustain a relationship if you can't go through your most challenging times as a unit? I don't know. Sometimes guys use that as an excuse. He kept telling me we not done, but for now we just friends. I know for a fact he ain't not with nobody else. He just have a lot going on at home. And maybe in this case, he doesn't want to hurt you because he can't be there emotionally for you because of everything else being so heavy. So he's trying to leave y'all on a good note so that y'all can hopefully revisit it once stuff is not so crazy for him anymore. But the thing is, you can't put your life on hold for several months, a year, however long it takes for him to get everything squared away, because you could be missing out on opportunities. And it's not even always about somebody else. It could just be that because you're focused on him, you're not doing what's best for you, or you're not able to see opportunities that you have that could help you like be happy right now. Because I know when you miss somebody and you're in love, it's really hard to be happy, especially if like that person was the source of your happiness, which is why we can't put our happiness in our relationships. It's easier said than done, but we can't put our happiness in our relationships, because if something shifts in a relationship, you won't be happy. That's like the biggest lesson I've learned with my relationships, even with being married. Like, I can't base my happiness on if my husband is happy. Like, yes, I want my husband to be happy, and I'm sure he wants me to be happy, but we can't base our happiness based on if I'm happy, he's happy. We have to find our happiness separately, so that when we're together as a unit, we both happy people. If one person has a lot of crap going on and it's consuming them and they're just in a dark place, and you are in a positive place, you can uplift them. But it's like, if your happiness is based on if they're unhappy or not, until they get good again, you won't be good. And so that's why you can't put your happiness in other people. And that's the same thing. It's not even just like your boyfriend or somebody you in love with. It's the same people, or it's the same concept with people that are our friends, people that are our family. Like, we have to have that internal happiness. So it's like, that's where self-care comes in. That's where having things that are separate that you like or love to do, so that when everything else is not going well, you still have that thing that makes you happy. So like for me, one of my things is YouTube. Another one of my things is Zumba. Another one of my things is, let's see, I do like online shopping, but that's expensive. I love watching like cooking shows, like Restaurant Impossible, Chopped, just kind of like relaxing. And giving advice to people makes me feel good. So it's like, those are things that are not like related to me being a mommy or a wife that make me happy. But there was a point where I kept trying to put my happiness in if my husband was happy, or if my exes were happy. If my ex and I were good, then I was good. And that's how I end up losing myself, because when me and that person didn't work out, I was just crushed, because I was putting all my focus and my attention into that relationship and not myself. So it's like, think of it this way. If you and him said it's a break, y'all are going to get back together, he's working on him because there's a lot going on. This is your time to work on you. This is your time to be selfish. This is your time to develop yourself. This is your time to do things that you may not be able to do when y'all get back together. So enjoy that and take it from that perspective, and try to be there for him as you can without kind of overextending to where you can't be there for yourself. That's how I would recommend handling it, so that you can still have your happiness and your peace. Hey, well, somebody was here and then they went away. I was like, hey, we talking about life after lockup, and life is just regular old life. So feel free to drop in and say hey on this late night chat. Yeah, see, going to the gym has always helped me through difficult breakups, and just difficult transitions in my life. Something empowering about releasing those endorphins and doing something nice for yourself. I highly recommend it. I do. I'm going to try to go and work out tomorrow morning, because I didn't work out all week because Aunt Flo was here, but I think Aunt Flo left today/yesterday, so I'm going to go and get my workout on, because I need to get everything back aligned. I want to be snatched for my birthday, so I need to get back to my 2 to 3 days a week of working out and on a stricter diet, which I've been doing pretty good with diet. I did not eat out at all this week. Last time I ate out was Saturday of last week. So like the whole week, work the whole like weekday week, I ate inside the house, and that really helped because your girl was eating out a lot. Like I don't know if it was just because I was thinking about like the stimmy and the the tax refund season. Like, oh yeah, I'm just wipe my car. I'm gonna keep eating out, and I see my credit card bill. And when I had got paid, and I was like, oh man, I'm finna sit down somewhere. 5 days a week is really good. I know you were telling me that. So, are you working out from home or are you going to a gym? You might have told me already, so I'm sorry if you did. But remind me. I know that I said you were going to check in with me on Wednesdays. And I surprised y'all. I came live on the Friday/Saturday night to talk about this show. Because I was like, I kept saying, I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live. Next time, though, I'm not going to be doing my husband's retwist the same day that the show is going on. I feel like my bank is always down when I want to go online. I'm like, why? That is so annoying. Okay. So ain't nothing going on in there. Am I frozen? Or is it my computer? Can you hear me still? Am I frozen? I'm good. Okay. I see what you said. Now, you said Monday through Wednesday you be at the gym, and Thursday and Friday you do 1 to 4 mile walk. That's really good. I need to start walking. I feel like if I started walking, I could be more consistent because I could just go outside and walk my neighborhood or go up the street to a park that's close to the house with my family. Even we could walk together. I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try to go this weekend and walk or do some sort of workout tomorrow in the morning, and I'm gonna try to go maybe Sunday morning, but I'll have to get up early, like go around 8. I'm sitting here telling the world where I'm gonna be at and what time. That's horrible. But I just mean I would have to go early because it's kind of hard for me to go once like the day starts going because I have so much to do. So when you go to the gym, are you lifting weights or are you doing cardio machines? Like, are you doing like the treadmill, the elliptical, or are you doing a class? I typically just do Zumba. If I'm walking by myself, it's usually because it's that time of the month and I don't feel like well enough to be dancing and jumping around. So I'll like walk for 30 to 45 minutes on the treadmill. But I didn't do that this time. I did it like I think the last time I did it was honestly January. That which is really bad because we about to be on April the next time that time comes around. But I'm really gonna try to be more consistent for the rest of the month and also next month because I feel like if I change my diet and I start being consistent with the workouts at least 2 to 3 days a week, I should be able to lose like 15 pounds, maybe 20 by my birthday. Like I'm not trying to lose a lot really fast. I don't mind it being slow and gradual, but I just want to be able to give that gift to myself of feeling good and looking good for my birthday, especially because I do plan on celebrating this year. Like I actually want to dress up and go somewhere and have a good time. I can't wait to see where I am in 30 days. I have workout classes Monday through Wednesday. So what kind of classes are they? Like, do you do cycling? Is it aerobics or... My birthday is May 13th. Let me add this stuff to this description box so people can find me. Because I'm like, I don't think I have nothing in here that y'all need to know. I was supposed to... Oh my gosh, everybody's talking about this stimulus on Twitter. I'm like, dang, what happened to moving in silence, y'all? Dang. I don't know if you've had that on your social media where everybody's talking about how they gonna move in silence and all that stuff. But I'm just like, this is not moving in silence. Everybody is telling everything. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. But I'm private about my financial affairs, y'all. And y'all should be too. You don't want nobody trying to, take advantage of your situation because you bragging. That's just my thoughts. I like cycle too. And I like to do the step aerobics plus abs also. Yeah. I've done that before. That was a really good one for like total body toning. And so the classes that I've done are like body works plus abs, step aerobics, Zumba, cycle, and kickboxing cardio. And my top 3 are definitely Zumba, cycle, and kickboxing cardio. Kickboxing cardio, if you have a good teacher, is really fun. It tones you up and it gives you a good cardio workout at the same time. So I love it. How's your diet going? Like, what are you eating? All right, well, I'm trying to think. Did I talk about everybody from the show? I know I talked about Puppy and Amber a little bit. I think I was about to say that I just hope that Amber doesn't end up getting caught up in the mix with her ex because she's been doing really good. I hope that Puppy and her mom are able to kind of lean on each other and that Puppy finds strength in being by herself instead of turning to old habits that end up getting her locked up again. Quaylen and Chevelle, I feel like they're going to end up getting back together. And I only say that because he's still in contact with her. Their relationship is aggy for me. Brittany and Marcelino, I hope they get that time back that they've lost kind of dealing with Cindy. I think that Brittany needs to give Cindy some space. Let Cindy do what Cindy wants to do because she's not going to change until she's ready. And if that time doesn't come soon, then there's no point in ruining your marriage over your mama. Love her from a distance. What's your favorite fruit? And then who else was on the show? Andre and Lamar. I would like to see like on social media if they do like snippets from there. I love water. I got some right here. I would like to see if they do snippets from their mission trip. That would be interesting. But they probably not gonna be able to get Love After Lockup cameras all the way in Ghana. Let me see. Was that everybody? Andrea Lamar. Oh, Lacey and Shane. I talked about everybody. I don't know. The finale was just kind of lackluster. I'm looking forward to seeing the new people that come in the summertime, but it's getting to a point where I kind of like the first 2 seasons of the show, and then after the first 2 seasons of the show, I feel like they're forcing it. You stop eating after 6. I don't know if I can stop as early as 6, but I think I could do maybe like after 9. Which I did actually not eat anything since 9 o'clock because I ate dinner right before the finale came on, and that was at 9. I like strawberries too. I had like strawberries, oranges, pineapples. Pineapple is probably one of my favorite fruit. But I really do like, I like getting my sweet tooth from fruit. My sweet tooth cravings from fruit because it makes me feel less guilty. Oh, and cherries are so good. They're so expensive, but they're so good. Sometimes I like grapes, but I have to be in a mood for grapes. It's been a couple times that I bought grapes and then I didn't eat them. But pineapples and oranges, I eat regularly. I like the little mini halos because they're like low calorie, but they do have a lot of sugar, so you have to be careful with those fruits. Like if you want fruits that are not a lot of carbs and sugar, then you'd have to do like your raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. Those are the keto-friendly, low-carb fruit. And then also lime and lemon. You can put it in your water and infuse it, and it's supposed to be really good for giving you electrolytes and, you know, just energy, natural energy through the fruit. So those are like your low-carb fruit options. But I don't know. I find that the ones that have the sugar are the ones that taste better. Like blackberries and raspberries and stuff, those can be good, but those can be really sour too, if depending on when you get them, if it's in season or not, etc. And even strawberries, like this right now, we approaching the time for when strawberries are the sweetest. Like I love strawberries in the spring and the summertime. When it's not in season, them strawberries be bitter. So I like to eat them when they're sweet. I don't like tart strawberries. Honeydew is pretty good too. Do you like watermelon? When you said honeydew, it made me think of cantaloupe and watermelon and honeydew cut up in a fruit salad mixed together. I'm frozen? No. Why? Okay, well, if I'm frozen, I'm going to go ahead and end it. No. I don't even know if I can. Can I respond? How do I respond? Let me just go. Oh, no. Well, on that note, I will end this and get some rest. Thank you for joining me tonight. Can you hear me now? Am I still frozen now? Wait. Okay, good. I'll stay for like 5 more minutes then, because I was like, no. I don't know why I got frozen. I don't like when it be doing that. Yeah, I got you, Fatima. Girl, YouTube be tripping sometimes. You'll be in the middle of a good conversation. It's sometimes I will go live and it'll be like 10 of my friends on here. We all be talking, having a good time. And then it'll freeze. And then I'll have to end the live and then make a new live and then post a link on the old live. I used to have that issue all the time on my old phone. And it hasn't really been doing it on this one. So I hope it doesn't start. But I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys for a little while Dez's hair was drying. And when I get off here, I'm going to make sure his hair is dry, get these clips off, 2-strand twisted, and get ready to lay down because your girl is tired, okay? I've been up since like before 7 this morning. And it's now almost 3 a.m. Eastern time. I'm probably not going to be done with taking them clips out and twisting him up until like another 30-ish minutes, 35. So your girl is finna sleep. Like Josiah is asleep right now. He is sleeping like a baby. But I don't know. I just want to say I appreciate you joining me. I'm glad you came. Like, I didn't know who was going to be up this late. Next time I do like a live talking about a show, I'm going to try to come like immediately after the show ends, because I know that's when everybody has got that momentum. They're excited about it and everything. But I wanted to go live because it's like I was saying at the beginning, I was making actual videos and putting them on my channel, but it was hard for me to get them edited so people could watch it like immediately after, or like within like the first 2 to 3 days of the episode. So I felt like the videos weren't doing as good. Like my little short video promoting it would go good, and as always, my live sessions, people will join randomly because YouTube suggests lives kind of like at random. And if I promote it while people care, people will come on and join. So I'm definitely going to continue doing more lives. I'm going to see if the Mama June crowd is similar to the Life After Lockup crowd. I feel like it's a different audience. Like the shows are completely different. It got a little bit of jail drama, but it's not the same as Life After Lockup. So I'm going to see if people like bond with me the same way they do on Twitter for Life After Lockup. And if they do, then I'll start doing Mama June commentary, and then I'll bring that on my channel. But if not, I'll just wait until summertime. And I guess I'll just start giving more advice using the questions that I'll be receiving on my other dating and inmate, baby daddy, relationship content. And I just start doing videos like that again until this happens. Because I'm not in that situation anymore. So I know a lot of folks would reach out to me to ask for advice because I was in a situation where I dated an inmate, but now I'm not. So it's like I can still give the advice, but I'm not giving the advice from the perspective of being in that situation anymore. So Life After Lockup is like something that I can relate to and talk about and really vibe with just because of where I used to be. But I digress, y'all. I'm rambling. I just want to say I love you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Get some rest. Take care of yourself. And if I don't go live again this weekend, I will see y'all Wednesday night. Bye.